Hello YouTubers, I am back. After long periods of time of not posting a video, we got an unpacking video here. At least part of this video clip. It's unpacking. This is a special device, so let's open it, shall we? The utility knife. Now, some of you might recognize this device when I open it, in case you ever shop at Home Depot. You might know already what I'm talking about. The keyword's Home Depot. Make sure there's no documents in there, and we got this foam. This customizable styrofoam stuff. Oh yeah, you guys. You probably already know what the Bogen. You can already see them all, and that's right, you guys. This is a UTI1. Some of you are already familiar with it. There it is, you guys. Hope I can show that in the video, but this is it. This is a paging telephone interface. This basically acts as a trunk port. I cannot find any videos on how to program this unit on the internet, at least on YouTube. So this is what I'm going to be showing you guys in the next few videos. I don't have just only this coming, I have another device coming too. Similar device. That also some other Home Depot locations use too. So you got your telephone jacks here. Got a couple RCA ports. And apparently, this device could accommodate self-amplified speakers as well, which is great because some of you might know I already have a couple self-amplified speakers, which I will be testing with this unit. Perfect application. Takes in a standard grounded power cord, at least if you live in the US. 3-prong power cord. And then it's got a little fuse on the side, got status lights. All this good stuff. Excited to play with this. Really cheap on the internet. I mean, I paid probably 39 bucks for this device, and then the other one I paid like 30 bucks for. It's another device. I'm not going to tell you guys until the next video. And also, it happens a lot of my neighbors know who I am, and they know I like to reuse things, but coincidentally, one of my neighbors dropped off a box of cables yesterday. So I got a bunch of extra cables to work with here, especially this. I barely have any of these type of cables, which is perfect because it can be useful for this device here. To these two RCA ports. Just plug it in like that, and I can accommodate laptops, maybe the Disney Mix Max, through this device here, and it's got a volume control. Phone lines. Yeah, I have either my phone lines are missing the jacks for the RJ11, or some of them are cut, but just plug them right into here. Just go straight into there, just like that. Now, I still have to figure out how this works, and when I figure it out, like in terms of the programming, I have the PDFs already for this, which I will be posting that in the description when the video comes out, when I program this. So stay tuned, and I will put the second unpacking video with this as well. Hello YouTubers, I am back here with the UTI1 up and running. This is the unit right here, as you saw in the unpacking part of the video. I have everything hooked up here. Now, I do not have this hooked up to my current intercom system, but I have it actually hooked up to the self-amplified speaker made by Valcom. Just a simple self-amplified speaker. If you got a Bogen self-amplified or a Viking branded self-amplified speaker, that would also work with this unit. All it needs is 24 volts, and then you just have your tip and your ring ports here. Now, there's two sets of terminals here. What I have this hooked up as right now, I have this hooked up under the music and the page terminals right here to the left. Now the ones on the right is just page only, so what that means is you won't get your music through this, but you will only get page. So that's what that means. And then this green RJ11 phone cord here is currently connected to this override jack. Now what the override jack does on here is you can hook up just any standard old landline phone like this one here, and you could, if you pick it up like what I'm gonna do right now, it plays the default. That's a default tone it plays. You can talk on it, you can dial numbers, hang up. But also, that override, the override port is the port you use to program this unit. And you're gonna probably ask, how do you program this unit? It's pretty simple. There's a switch on the top here that's hiding behind this cord here, the green cord. You're gonna see a switch called PGM and run with the green little dot here, which is the LED. Now if you flip it to PGM, PGM puts this in program mode. So when I pick up this phone, it no longer will page, but I don't know, but it'll play a quad tone on here, but at a very fast pace if you could hear it. I don't know if you heard that. That's to tell you that it's in program mode. And Bogen provides you with a list here of all the feature codes, kind of similar to this, but more basic. So for instance, if I want to put an override tone, if I want to disable the override tone, which by default is disabled, or if you want to enable it, you're going to want to either click 09 on the phone to enable it. Now, you don't just put in 09, you need to put 09 followed by pound, aka the famous old hashtag that everyone refers it as now. I still call it a pound. So I put in 0, I dial in 0, 5 to enable, followed by pound, and then you're going to hear a quad tone, that fast quad tone again, which it tells you that it saved it. It's stored in the settings, and you just hang up the phone. You could change the tone, which, please note, you're not going to hear the change. You're not going to be able, the tone won't be changed on the override, but it will be changed on this station port here, or trunk port, whatever you're using, but I have it connected on station port. So now, when you're fully done with the programming, which I'll put the PDF in the description in case you ever want to get one of these. It's very simple. And if you screw up somewhere, well, guess what? You're in luck. To reset, you dial 99 followed by pound, and it resets this. But I'm going to show you another feature here to show you that you're in program mode. So there's a tone that plays, so it's 00 pound. You can hear it on the phone. Actually, usually it shows you on the manual. See, when it says setup tone. It was just working earlier, but you get what I mean. Still learning how to use this. There we go. I don't know why it wasn't working, but I just dialed in 00 pound and then to... That's what it's doing right now. Show that again. That's all you have to do. That works with those feature codes. Follow it by pound. And hang it up and it stops the setup tone. And then if you want to put it back in normal running state, flip the switch. Back to run. Simple. Does have relay contact closures. You're provided with the common, and normally open, and normally closed, and then there's a sys ground, which the sys ground refers to the ground in this. I'm not using that, and I'll show you the music feature here. Now, I currently have these two cables here, these two RCA cables connected to this Lenovo laptop that has a song load that's copyright free, of course. Now you can adjust the volume from here, or you can adjust the volume from here too. And I have a jumper wire here. There's a set of tone terminals here. Now this has got a night ringer built in. And then there's also another set that just rings a tone. It interrupts the music. And this is the night ringer, these two set terminals. And then it'll slowly kick back in. Now, you're gonna probably ask, what does this station port do? What the station port does, and I have this set up as extension 25 on here. So I dial, the extension 25, like usual. It pages. As soon as you dial it, the ring signal goes right through this, and this picks up like a regular phone, and you can talk away. Now it just hung up because it detected silence for 6 seconds. There's a timer built in, and you can adjust the timer settings too. In this sheet here, I'll provide the PDF in the description. But I'll dial 25 again. Test check 1, 2, 3. And then it'll finally click off after 6 seconds. But see, it works. But also, I don't know, some of you might probably find this kind of funny, or may want to even do this yourself. You could technically hook this straight up to, if you have a phone service or phone provider at your place, you could hook this straight to the landline, and then you call your house by, obviously, you could disconnect all your other phones downstream and connect this straight to the landline, and this will pick up, and you could literally just page right from your cell phone. That's how this works. But there's all those codes. It's very simple. It may sound kind of daunting at first, but or you have another option too of getting direct page. So I'm not super familiar with this port yet, but I'm familiar with this one's just a straight hookup. So I could take this cable here, disconnect it from this phone, and then just unplug it. But you can take this cable here and plug into any trunk port on your PBX. Like this Meridian 6x16 here I got. Hooked up to here. Which that's not what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to have it still. I want to dial a code. And now I just have it hooked up straight to line 6 with the outside extensions. Test check 1, 2, 3. Still works like normal. That's another way of doing it. I prefer doing it through the station port. If you have a phone system like me, because currently, what I have this line here is usually used for Google Voice. I have Google Voice here that goes straight into this PBX, and I get free phone service on all of my phones here. But please note, if you have the same exact setup like me and you have this hooked up to one of your available extensions, you're going to have to play with the settings in your PBX through the phone, of course, because by default, when the incoming call comes into this, all of the extensions will ring. This is on extension 25. And this is what's going to happen is this is going to pick up as soon as a call comes in. This is going to pick up, and then the people making the call, calling from wherever, is just going to basically make a page from their phone. I'm just telling you guys that now, and you're going to ask, how did I hook this directly to that to make calls? Well, you can't hook it directly to the PBX because it's a digital. It does not produce analog signals, but produces digital signals. I believe this ATA2, I have 3 of them actually underneath here, but this is a Nortel Northstar ATA2. This takes in the digital signal straight from the PBX and converts it to an analog to accommodate analog phones. In this case, this is an analog device that goes straight here, just to make it clear. But it's pretty fun. In fact, literally not in my backyard. There's an elementary school like right down the corner from my house, and I could hear the pages they make in the backyard, and they use this still to this very day. This exact device. It's called Real Vista Elementary School. And they still use this to this very day. Also, my old elementary school, which is also part of the same school district as Real Vista, used this, except they always would act up and make a bunch of static noises and whatnot all the time. Like every once in a while it would be and they would page. I don't know, this thing would act up over there, but yeah, this is the UTI1. And like I said, there's another surprise coming here pretty soon. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You guys will find out when I post the video. There's some more info on the override port. Nothing special. Hook your phone up. It's plug and play. There's that box, not the box, so it's the trunk page port. There's a trunk page port. There's a station port. I'm using station port in my case. Just like that. It doesn't matter which setting you have the switch set to, but it does matter on this one. You're going to want to flip it to the bottom, like I did here. And please note, and this is a thing I've noticed with this. You know, in the parking lots, the parking lot lights hum, at least like at nighttime for some department stores. When you plug this in, I don't know if this is every one of these, but I've noticed this transformer was a little on the noisy side when I plugged it in. Made a loud buzz, but it's normal. Sounds like an old worn out ballast, which hopefully this will last me a number of years, I hope. But it's a big transformer, but I just want to let you know, that's the one thing, is it might be noisy at first, but it's real quiet now. Don't have annoying ground loops, thank goodness, because that's what I have to battle. That's the battle I have to deal with this old system here. Now, in the future, I may have this hooked up to this system, which means that I will not have the ability to play customize the tones anymore other than the tones provided on this. I still have some learning to do, at least in terms of the programming of the PBX, trying to disable extension 25 from picking up when an outside call comes in from Google Voice. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. There will be more coming, because I haven't made videos in a while and everyone's been dying for a video, so stay tuned for more. Okay guys, here's a bonus footage of me making an outside call using the smartphone to that. So I actually have the Google Voice device in here, so what I have is, there's my station port going through this green cable here that goes all the way back to this device here. Google Voice, directly on the main output. Nothing else hooked up. So what's going to happen now, I'm going to call the number that I picked on that device, and it's going this is going to page that. And this does work. I just tried it right now. Can't show phone numbers because I don't want to be getting any scam calls or anything, so. So I'll just page it right now. There's a cellular delay. You can kind of hear it. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
So that's how it works. And that's it. Also, I couldn't show the cell phone because I have phone numbers on there, but this is how you will do it through a cell phone. Even the iPhone 11 would work on this. Yeah, that's right. iPhone 11 with this, I'm going to consider this older equipment. Yeah. Pretty interesting stuff, man. Really it is, and I like this stuff. Stay tuned for more to come.